So a thief would take it.
Take it from financial freedom. We work from our phone, and then you get money from the money, from the money, from the money.
Stop.
What?
Stay clear.
Be careful. That sounds very, illegal. So I was having dinner with my sister yesterday, and she broke the news for me. She's moving to Brazil with her husband that works at a company that are actually expanding in Brazil. It's a big tech company.
Nice.
And she wasn't supposed to tell me this about the company, but she just couldn't. So the dinner went by. I was very happy. I wished them good luck because they're moving next week already. So the day after, which is today, I was thinking like, this company that he works at, if they are expanding to Brazil, then maybe it should be a really good company with a big growth. So I was thinking maybe I should buy some shares in the company.
Hold up.
What?
Hold up.
What do you mean? I thought it was a really good tip from her. Or
was it illegal insider trading, and should you not buy those shares?
Well, is it?
Let's have a look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Now
I got scared.
Yeah. So let's look at the insider trading.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very common, or is it?
It is common, and a lot of us have heard of it, seen it on like TV shows, and it's all drama and CEOs and these cool traders on Wall Street, but it can happen.
Yeah.
We could be affected. So let's find out how and what it really is. Let's break it down.
Yes. Where do we start in this case?
Yeah. So the point of having the stock market or any of the efficient markets is that they should be fair, and we should all have confidence in them.
Okay.
So there's a level playing field. So that means that we should all have the same information.
Okay.
Nobody,
I understand.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't be fair if somebody can trade off insider information that is non-public and material about that stock, about that company, that nobody else knows about, right?
No, because then people have benefits to make more money than the other, right?
Exactly, and that would hurt the market. I wouldn't trade if I knew that people who were on the inside, in some way or form, could fool me, and I would lose money, and they profit upon me not knowing or not being able to know. So we created this system of rules about you needing to publicize all material information, and if it's non-public, you're not allowed to trade on it. So when you think about an insider, then you typically refer to somebody on the inside, like the CEO, C-level, or something like that.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking, direct.
And they will have particular rules around them. They're still allowed to trade with the stock of the company where they are an insider, but they will have rules that say that they need to report when they trade, and they can have blackout periods, saying that 2 weeks prior to the next report, they may not trade, etc. So they will be regulated, but they are allowed to trade. And the reason is also because we like that they trade.
Yeah.
Because then they have skin in the game.
Yep, which is good.
Yeah, incentive programs, we do like that they own stock in their own company, so that's not a problem. But when we look at insider information, that can be you and I, because we can be tippy or tipper. We can also have received it from somebody. So even though we're not employed by the company, even though we have an insignificant position in the company, or we're an accountant, a consultant somewhere, we might gain access to that insider information. Or we might just be a relative.
Yeah, just being on a dinner.
Yeah, and people talk.
Yeah.
People talk over dinner, and they might not be mindful what they say and what they can't say. So listen to this episode and do think again, because you are allowed to talk about your own well-being at work, your own progress. But anything that's material information, as you call it,
Yeah.
that belongs to the company. You're not allowed to disclose if it's not public. And what's material then?
Yeah, please let us know.
Yeah, there are differences between the EU regulation, the US, and other countries, but basically it will be any type of material information that a reasonable investor would act on, that buy or sell, really. So if the expansion is something that a reasonable investor like you, Ida, saying that, well, this would probably, an announcement would probably make the stock rise,
Yeah.
then it's insider information. You're not allowed to trade unless it's public.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it can be changing the CEO can affect the stock price,
Yeah.
mergers and acquisitions, earning reports, a new patent. There's a vast number of different types of information that can be insider information. So think twice if you hear it or if you know it. Should I really tell somebody else about this? Is it public or is it sensitive for the company? Then hush.
Be careful.
Yeah. And if you do know it, is it really okay for me to trade? I mean, try to Google it.
Yeah.
Can you find it in the press release? Is it public information or not? If not, stop. And now we're talking about publicly traded companies, which means that if you work in such a company, check out with the compliance department.
Yeah.
Ask a question if you're uncertain. But do not, I beg of you, trade on insider information. And the banks and the trading platforms have very sophisticated surveillance systems where they can see if there's a peak in buy orders before positive news or sell orders before or short selling prior to negative news.
Could that be like a red flag? So
Yeah.
the banks will see it and say, okay, we have to check this out.
Or if you have you own some stock, but you haven't traded in 6 months, and suddenly there's surprising behavior where you buy,
Yes.
and then there's good news.
Oh.
So do respect the systems and do not do it because it's unethical and illegal.
Period.
Because
I believe you could be tracked down anyway. I mean, it's very easy with information nowadays.
Yeah. And we see so many saying that I never thought I would get caught. I mean, it was just... No.
It's just stupid.
No. It's illegal and unethical. Because you're gaining a profit at the expense of all of us other people who are some way. I mean, it's not just people trading directly. We have our pension funds, our mutual funds, etc. So everybody is negatively affected by insider trading.
It's like being a bad friend to trade on inside information.
Really bad friend. Really bad.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else we need to know about this?
That's it.
Really good. And now you know about insider trading and how sensitive it can be. And it can be just a regular dinner. I mean, we talk.
Yeah.
But don't do that if you cannot
think again.
Stand up for it. Yes. Thank you so much for today. Like, subscribe, and share our content because this is really important for you to not end up in really bad situations.
And it's not legal advice.
No, it's not. It's knowledge sharing. Have that in mind as always. And we are also powered by LE Fitness today.
Lovely.
Thank you so much for today.
Thank you. Tack. Hejdå.
So I work at a charity and people are sending lots of money because we are actually financing startup for women all around the world. So, I mean, it's for a good cause and all of my colleagues, we love what we do. And we also have these money boxes in the supermarkets across our country. And I have one colleague, every month, he's going and collecting this money. And every time when he come back, he has this new bags and new jackets, and I mean, it's expensive stuff. And I know that he's not making a lot of money from what we do in the business. That's why I think, I don't want to say anything, but where do the money come from? It's always when he's collecting the money boxes for our charity.
sounds like something's up.
Yes, and I do not want to, talk to him about it.
So, let's talk about something called embezzlement.
And what is that?
That is a financial crime that actually, sometimes it's even called pink. You've heard about white-collar crime.
Yep.
Yeah, pink-collar crime.
Ooh.
Embezzlement can be this huge, this really white-collar crime, like huge money. When you talk about it as pink-collar crime, and I'm unfortunate that we call it pink, because, you wonder if it's related to gender, right? And I do think that the term comes from it often being women in charge of the everyday register and therefore having the opportunity to kind of nibble a bit.
But how do I know the difference between fraud and theft?
Well, we're talking about embezzlement now,
Yes.
which is a type of fraud. So if we compare it, let's say you have your glass here.
It's my glass.
Yeah. So a thief would take it.
Take it from you.
I would steal it from you, right? Embezzlement. Now this glass is your property.
Yes.
And you ask me,
Could you take care of this? I need to fix this one. Could you fix it?
Of course. So I got it in trust. And now as an embezzler, I got it in trust. And then I take it for me.
And I do not get it back.
Yeah.
But I trusted you.
So a theft will be taking something unlawfully and then for your gain.
Yeah.
But embezzlement, then I have something in trust. So I did not take it unlawfully. But then I use it unlawfully. Because I use it for my own gain in some way.
Okay.
So if you give me your computer, if I'm in charge of your cash register, right? I have a right to take care of your money. But I have no right to take your money and put it in my pocket. Then it's embezzlement.
Embezzlement. And that's the difference.
Yes.
Between theft and embezzlement.
Yeah. And we typically talk about the embezzlement triangle, where we have opportunity.
Yeah.
That's, if I'm there counting the register and nobody else but me knows how many dollar bills there's in there. Opportunity. Pressure. I feel I need the money for some reason. It might be a debt I'm paying off, or I'm saving to that car and the company is so rich, etc. Justification. Like I said, the company is so rich anyway.
Yeah, what
I
can
worked
happen?
so hard. I haven't had a pay raise for 2 years. So typically, small lies turn into big lies. And typically, these 3 steps are involved.
And that's embezzlement.
Yeah.
And this is really important to watch this episode to know about this. I mean, if you have employees or maybe you never know what's happening.
And one good way to protect your business is actually to have your employees see this episode. Because just hearing somebody talk about it, and now we're going to also talk about how to protect yourself from being subject to embezzlement, will help them both kind of understand how important and how serious an offense it is, but also to stay watch between each other. So if they notice somebody, like in your example in the beginning, they will know how to report it, because they will know how to react, that this is something is wrong. He's stealing or embezzling from a charity, right?
Yeah.
So you react. So that's a good way. Just keep yourself and your staff educated. But we're going to go through
with a checklist here, how to protect yourself from this. So segregate financial duties is number 1.
Yeah. So if I'm in charge of that cash register, perhaps it should be you that give a sign off every day. Or if I'm the one ordering all of the products, perhaps you should be the one signing off on all of the invoices. So I cannot be the one ordering and signing off on the payments and the invoices.
Really
so
smart.
You have 4 eyes principle on it.
Yes. Education and ethics.
Like we said, like just watching this, as simple as that, really. Just make sure everybody's aware, both about how serious a crime it is, but also to be mindful in relation to each other and react if something's up.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then we have number 3, tone at the top. What do you mean by that?
So 2 wrongs don't make a right. Never. Don't get me wrong. But we often see in embezzlement cases that they say, well, the owner, he's going on a private yacht with his family and he's calling it a conference. And that makes it easier for me to justify my embezzlement. I'm only taking $100. Come on.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah. So tone at the top will typically impact the risk of being subject to embezzlement, actually.
Okay. And then we have number 4, regular audits.
Yeah. Make sure you have someone external checking you out properly, really properly. Some embezzlement is really, really hard to discern. But if you have checks and balances, that in itself will probably deter many people from going the embezzlement route.
Really good to know. And then we also have number 5, the hiring practices.
Do make sure that you're not too quick on hiring. Because if you have a job where you employ a lot of people, might be an hour, you might miss. So make sure you do have your checks and balances and do reference checks. Because many people who have embezzled will do it again.
Oh.
So do background checks, make sure you take references.
And then we also have number 6, which I found interesting. It's the mandatory vacations. Good strategy.
Yeah, one thing we see with this pink-collar crime, where embezzlement is somebody being in charge of the invoices, of the booking, etc., is that they actually never take vacation.
Oh, just to keep everything going?
In control, yeah. Very, very, very good red flag is if somebody refuses to take a vacation because they want to be on top. They do not want to let their assignments go to somebody else to take them.
That's a really good tip.
We've seen that again and again.
Yeah, and number 7, we have external auditors.
Yeah, so we talked about checks and balances. External auditors, the best, of course. And again, it might just be a formal audit, but still everything helps. And if you feel that you might be subject to some kind of financial embezzlement here, you can also have a proper investigation, somebody who's an expert in trying to identify it for you. And that can be costly, so you don't want to start, just look at everything. But you might have a case where you want them to dig deeper.
Yeah, but audit is really good.
Yeah.
And then we have the whistleblower policy.
Like in your case, where do you turn?
Where do I turn?
In particular, if it's your colleague, somebody you're having lunch with, you want to report them, make sure that you have somewhere to go where you will not be called out upon. So you won't end up in a bad relationship with your colleague at the charity. So make sure you have a clear signaling route where people can turn if they feel something's wrong.
Yeah, to have a safe space.
Yeah.
And then we have number 9, which is the no victim shaming.
So many times, embezzlement is actually never reported. And a big reason is victim shaming. You feel ashamed because you bought into it. You did not see it. You trusted her. You trusted him. You did not react. It's been going on for years. So you blame yourself. So make sure you have a culture where nobody's at fault. It's not at fault. The fraudsters, the ones doing the embezzlement is responsible. So even if I in good faith believed in you and I feel so dumb for doing it year after year, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's a really good tip. No victim shaming. But embezzlement, how common is it?
I don't dare say any numbers. But what I can tell is very common, and often an employer will just let you go.
Yeah.
Like if you go, pay everything back, fine, they will not report you. But it can also be that you end up actually being a convicted criminal.
Yeah.
So it's scary.
It is scary. And now you know, if you're a business owner or being a CEO somewhere, you know that you need to have these kinds of discussion at the office.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
Raise
important.
the discussion, super good.
And that's it for today. Our business lawyers shared really good information. It's for free. And remember, this is not legal advice. It's knowledge sharing, as always.
As always.
And if you have situations or, questions, just drop them in the comment section. We're happy to read and answer and maybe have an episode about it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for today. Until next
Hej då.
time. Hej då. This, I stole this.
This, I worked my ass off. I paid taxes for this.
So, how do you know what money are legit and what is not?
Well, you don't. And this is money laundering.
At its finest.
Exactly how it happens.
And this is very important for you as a small business owner to know if you are targeted by this kind of fraud. Because you could never know, and you could never say you did not know that money was going through your company without you knowing it.
Indeed.
And that is a big problem and also a big red flag.
Yeah.
So how do you know and how can you protect yourself?
Well, let's start. What is money laundering?
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's, I think a lot of people heard about it.
Yeah. So it is taking money that in some way comes from criminal activity, illegitimate money, like the stolen candy in this example.
Yeah.
And you take that money and you put it into the system and do it in a way that's aimed at making it look legit. So you take the dirty money and you launder it, you wash it so it becomes clean and you can use it in your everyday life. So you can use those proceeds from the criminal activity without getting caught.
That sounds very, illegal.
Yeah. And to break it down, we'll keep it short and sweet, what you need to know. It happens in 3 steps. And we'll give you concrete examples also. But number 1 will be the positioning. And that was when Ida poured her stolen candy or dirty money into a position where there is legal, legit candy or money. So number 1, positioning it into the system. It can be in a bank account, in a business. Number 2 will be layering. We mix them up through transactions. We'll give you, again, examples. And then number 3, that's the integration. Now then, we pay some taxes. We use it. Nobody can tell the difference. It tastes just the same.
Oh, and that's why it's so hard to detect.
Yeah.
Wow, you need to watch out for that.
Yeah. And how is it done more concretely, and when are you as a small business owner at risk, and why? Well, banks, that might be the obvious way to launder money, and it does happen. They have great systems. Surveillance, they seek out source of funds, they monitor activity, etc. So if you're a small to medium-sized criminal, going to the bank and just putting your money in won't be doable, and you might not be able to bribe the head of the bank. So you need to find another way.
And what do you do then?
One way is using cash-intense businesses. And it can either be if you run, let's say, a flower shop.
Yeah.
You might not be in on it. We want you, always the owner we want somebody that's on paper has a clear track record. But it can be you not being in on it. And I might come and place a big order with you.
Yes, I would be so happy.
Yes, it's going to this wedding. So I'm buying flowers for 20K.
Yeah, and you're very charming as well.
I am very charming.
Yeah.
I pay in cash.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be, but this time I pay in cash. And then the next day, I come and I say, you know what? The wifey said no. I wanted everything in red, and she wants it in purple. So she ordered herself. I'm so sorry, but can you refund the money to this account? It's her account. She wants it straight away.
Oh.
And
now I understand.
Suddenly, we placed the money in your business. We created the layer, so suddenly we have a receipt, a refund, because the transaction goes from your business to this legitimate bank account. And typically you want more than one layer depending on how much you want to launder the money, how safe you want to be. But that's one way.
Well, is there another way?
Yeah. If you as the business owner, you're in on it, why not? Let's say that you have that flower shop.
Yep.
And by the way, have you ever wondered why some flower shops are open till 3 o'clock in the morning?
Do you know that?
How often do you need? I mean, sometimes you mess up, but is it a whole
Not
industry?
every day.
Anywho, might be reasons.
Yeah.
But let's say that you have a profit or a turnover. Let's say you have a profit of 3,000 each month. It can be hard to discern because, I mean, what's the going rate on a red rose? You might make this beautiful bouquets and your brand might be fantastic and you have quick delivery. So you might be able to take an overcharge. So you might actually be making 3,000. But when you declare on your income statement, you say 5,000 and you put 5,000 into the business bank account. It can be hard to know what's your actual monthly or weekly profit.
Yes, of course.
So you just buffer that up with some portion. It can be a restaurant, it can be a laundry machine.
Yeah.
It can be a car wash. Anything that's cash intense is preferable. Anything where you cannot exactly monitor how much profit you're making or how much revenue you have, because it can be dependent on many factors, right? Like a service. How much is a specific service worth? So that's one way. So each month you put a little bit into the system, and then you will be taxed, right?
Yeah.
Upon the profit, and you're free to go. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds so easy, but it's so damn illegal.
It's so damn illegal. It's
And
so
people are
damn
actually
illegal.
doing this because when you talk about the small businesses, it's not only like big transactions. You can do it in small portions.
And it's also known as smurfing. If you do the positioning and layering in such small transactions that they're under any reporting obligation, it's smurfing. And you as a business owner, you cannot, as it's called, willful blindness. It's not okay. So you still need to watch out and protect your business. You don't want to end up in the hands of criminals, right?
No, you
Getting
don't.
a reputation of being an easy target.
No, then your reputation would be so bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could not say to the authorities, I did not know about it, because you would be prosecuted anyway.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely. So you need to be mindful and you need to train your staff because, I mean, you might think, I'm a small, I don't have any staff. You might have this 15-year-old intern in the summer when that guy comes and says he wants his money back because his wife changed her mind about the flowers.
Yeah. It's very easy just to give the money back in card then.
Yeah.
In the cash system.
So if we're going to jump to what can you do to protect yourself?
Yes, really good.
Number one, watch out for people who do not want to give their identity or any source of funds. So paying in cash or not wanting to show identity cards or give the name up, etc. They want to stay anonymous. That's a red flag.
Yeah, good to know. Really good.
Like I said, paying in cash, of course. Wanting quick refunds. That can be a warning sign, in particular if there's more significant amounts. It's not just $10. A red flag. If they do transactions through you in some way, you might be a real estate agent or a consultant in some way. Because another way to wash money is to put up fake transactions.
Okay.
So I might have a shell entity somewhere, preferably offshore, somewhere where they have really strong privacy laws. So it's hard to discern who's the owner, where the money on that bank account comes from.
Yeah, it's a bit harder then.
Yeah, and then I want the money to flow through you in a fake transaction through a receiver. I might be a buyer and a seller, but we're both in on it. But we have the money flow through you. So integrate it into the system. We position it, we layer it, integrate it, and then we have a receipt. Where does it come from? Another way of washing your money, we can keep them coming.
We're going to keep going.
Yeah. Buying expensive but not too expensive products, like iPads, watches, and then selling them on Facebook, on eBay, on Amazon. So stay clear. If it seems too good to be true, don't go there.
No. I mean,
Don't
because
go there.
these criminals, as I said, often are very charming and they want to be like, it's good for your business, you want to sell.
Exactly.
And
you
you
want
get like,
the money.
whoa. And then it can be like dreadful experience for you.
Yeah, never worth it. Never, ever worth it. Stay clear, stay clear, stay clear.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is there anything else we need to think of?
Well, there are other ways of washing, of course. You can do it through getting it into the bank system, but that's more the big criminals. That's not you as a small company.
Okay.
But you still need to be mindful. So another way to protect yourself is, like you yourself said, keep to legitimate transaction systems. Like legitimate. MasterCard only accept credit cards from big institutions that you know.
Yeah, that's really
Because
good.
they have such good systems and checks that most of the time you as a small business owner will not need to double check yourself. Because you can verify the transactions and steps, where the money comes from and where it's going. So that's a good one.
Really good. Thank you so much for explaining this. And now you understand by our example how this actually works, because you cannot see the difference on dirty money and actually the honest money.
After we have positioned it in here,
Yep.
we layered it,
Yep.
and then we integrate it and enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Too bad.
That's it.
That's it.
Done for today.
Done for today. Now you know about this, about money laundering. Be very careful out there, because it's very easy to be a target, and it could be very dreadful for your business.
Indeed.
And for you as a private person too.
And this is not legal advice, it's knowledge sharing.
sharing.
And where?
We are powered by LE Fitness. Thank you so much. And if you like our content and feel that this is really good, like, subscribe, and share to everyone you know about it.
And let us know if you have questions or want any other financial crimes to be highlighted.
Yes. And if you have experience, please let us know. We hope you do not have that.
Indeed.
Well, thank you for today. And thanks, Kat, for explaining so well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hejdå.
So, I work as a manager at a cafe, which I love so much. I love coffee so much that I even have my own company selling coffee beans on the side. So one day my dear friend and my coffee dealer calls me and say, you know what is happening in the world? The coffee prices are going up tomorrow. So I was thinking for myself, maybe I should buy some more than I usually do. So I did. I stocked up my warehouse at home, and the day after, when the prices were running through the roof, I could sell the coffee back to the cafe I worked on at a better price. So I made like 40% profit more than I usually did.
Ooh.
I'm so happy.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not happy at all.
I was getting so much
Lawyer
money.
here saying warning, warning, warning.
Oh, so boring.
Yeah. So we're going to break it down. Self-dealing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
No. So what is it? Well, if we look at financial crime now, let's start off where we're our favorite area.
Yeah.
Then when you are managing other people's money, or in some way acting as an agent for somebody else, you have a fiduciary duty.
Oh, that was
Fiduciary
a
duty.
difficult word.
Yeah. That means that you have a duty of loyalty and care towards your client or customer, the one you're acting on their behalf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if I'm managing your money, I need to only act in your best interest.
Okay, and I did not do that now?
Did you?
No.
Did you act in your employer's best interest, or did you act in your own best interest?
I did act on my own best
That's
interest.
self-dealing.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
But be mindful, because you can be on both ends of this if you don't know about the regulation or know what it is. So it can be a criminal offense, and it can be give rise to claims of damages. It can be a civil lawsuit. It can be grounds for dismissal. There are many layers of why, and it can also be very unethical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about it, it is.
So let's give some examples within the financial realm. And that is, for example, if I'm managing your money and I'm looking for business opportunities, investment opportunities for you, and then suddenly this brilliant one comes along, but it's so good that I, for example, jump on it myself.
Oh.
I take it myself. I take the opportunity.
Well,
Yeah, not okay. Self-dealing, because I was supposed to act in your best interest when I was managing your money, right?
oh,
Or
but I
asset.
jumped in myself.
Yeah. Another one might be that I prioritize another client because I was supposed to act on your behalf because I was managing your money. But when the opportunity came, the offer came, I know that another client pays me better commission. So I again prioritized my own economic interest before yours. So I prioritize another client so I can get more commission. Third example, I'm supposed to recommend you what mutual funds you should invest in. However, mutual fund B, I get a much bigger kickback. So I recommend mutual fund B, even though it's an actively managed fund which has way higher fees without any credible way to make a higher return on my investment in the end. So I'm not acting in your best interest, again, acting in my own best interest.
Oh.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. So don't be like egoistic. Is that what you're saying?
So if you have a task, a position, an assignment, you can be a real estate agent, you can be employed, you can manage somebody's assets, you can be tasked with taking care, you can be a lawyer. Then you have a fiduciary duty of some form of a duty of care and loyalty to act in the best interest of your client, your customer. And you may not consider your own interest. You may not prioritize your own interest.
Think about that.
Yep.
So don't do as I almost did.
Yeah. Be mindful.
Be mindful, and thank you so much for explaining this.
Thank you.
As usual, this is not legal advice, it's knowledge sharing. Have that in mind. And we're powered by LE Fitness in this episode. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Hej då!
Hej då! I do work from home. I have a very free job, and I do actually report all my hours by myself. But my boss, she's been handing over projects to me lately, and it just do not stop. And I'm starting to get very angry about this. My work situation is really bad, and I'm frustrated every time I log into my computer. So now, I do report I work 8 hours, but I only work 6. So, I think I deserve it because they put so much pressure on me. So, I don't...
Hold up.
What?
Do you mean you add extra hours that you're not actually working?
Yeah, they have a lot of money. And they put so much pressure on me. So why not?
Hold up.
Did I do something wrong?
This is fraud. Payroll fraud.
No.
That's a criminal offense. It might seem justifiable at the spur of that moment, but it is a serious criminal offense. It can be civil tort. It can be a reason for them to fire your ass on the day. And it can end up being prosecution.
And I do not want that to happen.
No.
And that's why we have our business lawyer here to clear this out.
Fraud.
So we do not commit it.
Yeah. And that you're not, how to protect your business. Because fraud is perhaps or probably the most likely type of crime that you might be a target when you're running your own business. And it also might be the one that some employees are tempted to try without really thinking it through. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, I'll just put in a half extra hour.
What can
I
happen?
deserve it. I worked overtime last year.
Nothing will happen.
It, right? Yeah.
But this is why we have this episode, to clear this out so your business do not get being a target for fraud, because it can be very costful. And having problems, who wants it?
And one of the best ways to protect yourself is actually as simple as listening to this episode.
Yeah.
Because we're going to walk you through the most common types of fraud. And if you, in particular, if you share it with your employees, just having heard how they work, what kind of schemes they pull, well, when you're subject to it, you will have that in the back of your mind, and you will react that millisecond when you're about to get fooled. You might pull back. So it's a really great protection just to hear out what kind of frauds are most likely that you will be a subject to, or they will attempt to, and how can you protect yourself.
That's really good, because it is a financial crime. It's very serious.
It is,
and that's why we are talking about this.
Yeah.
So should we start with the first one?
Well, let's start with just what is fraud?
What is it, and why is it happening?
So it's the intentional act of deceiving somebody with intent to gain money, something of value, unlawfully, or to deprive you of something of value or a legal right that you have. So it's deception that is intended and with the aim to gain. Typically, we're talking about economics, of course. Money.
So
now,
let's start.
The
first one. Should I mention it?
Yes, please.
The fake invoice scam.
Yeah.
I mean, how common is it?
Yeah, exactly. What happens is that fraudsters send an invoice to your business, making it look as authentic as possible. They might even know which suppliers you're using. So let's say that you shop a lot at Amazon. They might mimic the Amazon invoice as far as possible, of course, paying to another account. Somewhere way far off where you will never be able to get that money back. So if you're not trained, if your staff isn't trained, or if the communication and the checks and balances aren't in place, it really is easy for that invoice to slip through. And they love sending them during summer break and Christmas holiday.
Oh, clever.
Yeah. Because then typically your checks and balances are a bit off. And we just have it paid.
Yeah, and it's so easy. I mean, having a business, you just pay the invoice and then don't think about it anymore.
You might even have an intern in place during the summer, right?
Yeah, but it can be also small amounts of money.
Absolutely.
During a long time.
So it's not shocking,
You need to be careful on this one.
Be careful.
Because it's fraud. And then business email compromise.
Business email compromise is where I pretend to send an email from somebody you trust. I can pretend I'm your CEO or business partner. And I ask you to click on a link or verify something or transfer money somewhere.
Warning signs.
Warning signs. So check the sender, because they typically try to hide that they're where they're from. But if you click on it, you typically see that the address is not the one you typically would expect or recognize. And also just be mindful, if somebody says it's really in a hurry for you to send money, stop and think. Yeah. Even if you don't want to disturb your CEO or business partner, perhaps it's worth picking up the call and just check it.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah.
And then number 3, the payroll fraud, as we mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah. And this is, we often talk about the embezzlement or the fraud pyramid, where we have 3 as important legs to stand on. And then we have the opportunity. So it might be easy. Nobody can check. You're working from home. Did you work 7 or 8 hours? So opportunity. Pressure. For some reason, you need the money. And you feel yourself, you need that extra top-up income.
Yeah.
And it can mean anything from paying your medical bill to buying a nice outfit or champagne.
Yeah.
In your head, you have a pressure. And justification. I worked overtime so much last year. I mean, I deserve it. I mean, it all equals out, right?
And they have so much money. They will not even notice.
It doesn't matter for them, but for me, it's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a warning. Red flag.
Yeah, red flag.
And then we also have number 4, which is the phishing attacks.
Yeah. So phishing attacks is a bit like email compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get you to click on a link, trying to get in your systems, because when anything that's cyber criminality, the weakest link will be you. Me. The human
behind
person.
The screen.
The one doing the clicking. Yeah. Typically our infrastructure is rather secure, actually. So they need to have one of us slip up and click on that link. not yet understanding or sending it forward or something like that.
So be careful on that one.
Be careful.
And then we have number 5, which is the insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Sounds quite serious.
Quite serious indeed.
What is happening here?
Insurance fraud, that is where you, let's say that you and I walk into a McDonald's.
Yeah.
I slip. I get a bit bruised knee.
Yeah.
But McDonald's have deep pockets, right? So suddenly, I think I hurt my neck. I think I can't work for 3 months.
It was so bad.
Yeah, you need to pay me like 100K.
Yeah. Or is she lying here? Can we spot a liar?
Yeah. So trying to either get it from the insurance company, claiming that I'm more hurt than I was, or that my things, my property, was more damaged than it was, so that it disappeared when it didn't, or towards the company where I was hurt.
And then we have number 6, which is the disguised subscription.
Yep. So it's quite similar to what we talked about, fake invoices.
Yep.
So you design your communication like it looks like an invoice. Like it's due, I need to pay it. But if you read the fine print, it actually says by paying, you start subscribing.
Oh.
But you create the feeling that I need to pay, that I already have subscribed.
And now I need to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful on that one.
Yeah. And I'm also going to say something else here.
Yep.
What do you think is the number one defense? I mean, because there is a borderline between me being deceived into thinking it's a real invoice and I pay it, and me just being stupid, not reading. Right?
Yeah, it is. So whose fault is it?
Exactly. So there is a borderline. So be mindful. I mean, sometimes it's just unethical how they designed it. Made me think I was supposed to pay. But maybe it's my responsibility that I didn't read it properly. So stay clear and make sure everybody at your business knows this.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Number 7 then is the chargeback frauds. And what is that?
That is when I want to get my money back. So I might say that I ordered from Amazon. I ordered a couch. And then I call Amazon and say, I never got the couch. So I want my money back. Perhaps I did get the couch. But it's really hard to uncover. I mean, in this day and age, when we order online, you can claim that you got damaged goods, that you did not get the goods, that you returned the goods.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
And that's a fraud.
Yeah.
And then we have number 8, which is the credit card fraud.
Yeah. Credit card fraud is, of course, when you try to skim somebody else's credit card. You want to gain access to their credit card. You use it to pay something for you or to take out money.
So be careful with
That's
the credit
the scary
card.
one. Yeah.
Protect it, yeah.
Protect your information. Never send all of your information in one email, etc. So it's easy to hijack.
Yeah, that's good. And number 9 then, which is advance payment fraud.
That is when they say, oh, Ida, do you want this iPad? It's only 500.
Yeah.
Normally it would be 1,000. It's only 500.
I'll take it.
Yeah. You just need to pay me in advance. Send me the money and I'll ship it to you.
Yeah.
Advance payment. Send me the money. Then I'm gone.
I didn't get the iPad. Oh.
Gone.
I would be so pissed.
Not picking up the phone, not answering the email. I'm just gone. So prepayment, make sure it's a reliable seller you're dealing with.
It's very common if you're buying things on Marketplace or
Exactly.
such things.
So you pay, you never receive the goods. That's fraud.
Yeah, that's fraud. Thank you. Now we have 9 really good steps.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
Just that thing about where's the line between me just being dumb.
Yeah.
And then another thing, when you're dealing with a fraudster, what will their defense be?
Yeah.
I didn't intend to deceive you.
You
I
were
was
just
being honest.
Easy tricked or...
Yeah. Like you being my consultant and you send me an invoice for 10 hours, work hours each week. And then suddenly you start sending 12 hours instead.
Yep.
If I start challenging you on that one, you might say, oh, sorry, I messed up. Oh, so sorry. I thought it was 12 we agreed. I was so sure, and I've been working 12.
Like it's being a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So deceit and the intention to deceive somebody can be really hard to prove. Because they will, of course, claim that they did not intend.
Of course.
Yeah. So when it's that type of relationship, try to secure evidence as far as possible.
Yeah. And what do you do when you have the evidence?
Police.
You go
Report
to the
it.
police.
Absolutely. Or you want to go for a civil tort, of course, if you want to claim damages. But absolutely, you're in your full right to claim damages. Also know that in order for it to be deceit, it has to concern a fact, misrepresentation, or omitting, like a false fact or not giving the fact, that is material. So it can't be any little tiny lie that didn't really affect my decision, right?
No.
That won't suffice. And also, opinions is not fraud.
That's not fraud.
No. It has to be a fact. So you can lie about being a police, but if you say, I really hate the police, I mean, that's an opinion. I think this is the most beautiful pink color in the world. That's an opinion, right? So remember what kind of thing that can actually constitute a fraud, even if you're mad in a business relationship because you feel somebody was unethical in their communication, it might not be fraud. So we need that deceit, that intention, and it needs to concern a material fact.
Yes. And what I understand now, even though it's small amounts of money, it's still fraud. As in my, in the beginning, the story, I mean, 2 hours a day, but if you calculate it, it's a lot of money.
Exactly.
And it's the intention that it's the crime,
Yeah. Still a very serious crime.
Yeah. So now you know about that. Don't do it. And if you're being victimized by this, report to the police and have evidence, of course.
And this is not legal advice.
It's knowledge sharing, as
So
always.
just get your guard up.
Get your guard up. If you have more questions about fraud or financial crime, drop them down below. We're happy to answer and keep the discussion alive. Like, subscribe to our channel because this is very important knowledge, and share it to your network and other people that can be used this because it's for free. And we have a business lawyer here answering everything we need to know. So until next time, rock on.
Hej då!
Hej då! Okay, guys, I have something for you that I really want to share with you. So it's something very special that scientists do not talk about. It's this very special oil that's been saving people's lives, but no one wants to talk about it. There was one man, he couldn't walk, and now he runs marathon. And you know the best part?
Let me guess.
What?
I can become a member and do this and gain financial freedom, right?
Yes. I mean, imagine, Kat, you and me, financial freedom. We work from our phone. We're in Spain. We're sipping the cocktails.
Yes, stop.
What?
Had it. Stop. If you see this on YouTube, if you see it on TikTok, when you see it on Instagram, if it sounds too good to be true,
Then?
it is too good to be true.
Yes.
So let's sort this out.
And what is this called?
Well, we're going to go with a lawyer perspective here. This is called a pyramid scheme.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I got caught.
Yeah, and it's very typical that they go through social media by showing beautiful women with their accomplished lifestyle, talking about how this changed their life.
Yeah.
And then they tell you can become a member.
Yes, you only have to pay this starter kit.
Yeah.
And recruit a few people.
Yeah.
And then recruit a few people.
Yeah.
And then you get money from the money, from the money, from the money.
And that's exactly it. What happens when you talk about this pyramid scheme is that the money that's being made is actually not in reality made from selling the product or whatever kind of service or whatever it is this pyramid is doing, claiming to be doing. So the money does not come from the external sources as it claims. In fact, what happens is that all of the money that the people on top of this pyramid gets will be from the new recruits. So everybody who joins the line pays upwards. It's a membership fee, it's a starter kit, it's a minimum quantity that you need to order each year. So you pay upwards. And the only way that you get money, it won't be through selling. It will be through the pressure of recruiting new people in. And then you get a small commission, and everybody you recruited, the ones on top of you, get part of everything underneath them.
So they just sit there and just receiving everything.
So the higher up in the pyramid, the more people you get a cut from. And the lower, the harder it gets. Because this method is only sustainable if you keep bringing on new members. So sooner or later it will crumble because it's impossible. It will become unsustainable. So people will get more and more desperate the further down you get, and finally they will end up with zero. They will only have paid to be part of the scheme. They will only have paid the ones on top, and they will lose money. And perhaps even worse, many feel very, very ashamed because they bought in to the beautiful Instagram lady showing off her lavish lifestyle, promising financial independence.
Yes, and you often talk to people like, now you can become a business owner, you can invest. I mean, everyone wants to be a part of that. Yes, but it's hard work. So, I mean, this is too good to be true. And you see it every day. I mean, if you're on TikTok, you probably see it as we speak.
Stay clear, stay clear, stay clear. And I just mentioned that not only will you lose money on it and time, you will also not only be ashamed, even worse, what happens if you fooled or pressured or just pulled on your friends and your family to become members. And they also lose money. And they also feel ashamed. And you feel that, oh, I messed up a whole bunch of friendships here because I was the one who pulled them into this scheme.
Which it is.
It is. So it's okay to have some kind of company that says that if you bring in new recruits, you get some kind of commission. But then still the focus is on selling a product, providing a service. That's okay. We're talking about this situation where the profit in whole or a significant majority is only made through new recruits. So there's no actual production, no actual selling, nothing. It's just that pulling in more gullible people all the time.
Well, be careful.
Be careful.
Wow.
Wow.
It's amazing to see this because, I mean, it's so common. But now when you're watching this, I really hope that you listen because it can be very hard for you to get out of this as well.
Yeah. And it's such a horrible situation.
Yes.
Not worth it.
Don't jump
Think
into
again.
this. Yes. Listen to our business lawyer. Thanks for explaining this so well.
Thank you.
And until next time.
It's not
Legal advice, it's knowledge sharing as usual. And this is very, very important information. Like, subscribe, and share it to your family and friends because you do not want them to end up in this shit, to be honest.
And we're powered by.
We are powered by LA Fitness. Thank you so much and rock on.
Hej då!
Hej då! So we talked about this before. Do you think the market is safe? Maybe you should think one more time because the prices can be manipulated right under your nose without you knowing it. And today we're going to reveal the secret world of something called spoofing and layering.
Yeah.
It seems like this is going to be a very important episode, so don't miss this one. And you need to know about this so you don't get fooled on the market. It can be a catastrophic thing for you to happen. So how do we know about this? Kat, our business lawyer, she's going to break it down for us today. Don't miss this because after this episode, you'll have a clear picture of what this is and how you can avoid it.
Yeah, and we did a whole masterclass about bad investments.
Yes, we did.
So we realized that we need to help you out also to know the fundamental market manipulation, financial crimes,
which it is,
that will impact you directly as a trader.
Yeah, and we don't not want that to happen.
No.
So what is spoofing and layering?
Yeah. Basically, you want to create a perception about a stock or another security commodity that's not a reality. So let's say I have 100,000 worth of a stock that's traded at $10. And I want to sell it, but I want to sell it at 12. So instead of looking at the bid-ask spread and looking at that 10, which is where it's selling right now, I put an order, a huge order, I'm going to exaggerate, at 15. That creates a perception in the market that, wow, this is a rising stock, right? It's in demand. I want in. So when the market starts moving, I pull the order back because I never intended to buy anything for at 15, right?
Okay.
Because I want to sell. I want to sell high. So I just put that buy order at 15 to create the illusion of a greater demand of this share in order for the market to act on that illusion. So that when the price goes from 10 and might climb to 11, 12, again, I'm taking the broad picture here, then I can sell. So suddenly I sell at an inflated value due to me placing an order to buy at a higher price that I never intended to follow through, and then I take back before anybody can pull the trigger on it.
So that's how you manipulate the market.
Yeah.
And it's illegal, right?
It is illegal.
I mean, what can happen?
It's tricky. You might think that but I've changed my mind. I place orders and I pull them back, and I fill or kill orders out there, and iceberg orders, etc., etc. Can I outdo that? Yes, you can. This is when you have the intent to never follow through. So it's okay to change your mind. But
how do you prove it? How do you prove
It's tricky. It's very tricky. Of course, very tricky. And that's why it's still out there. We still have this huge problem with it. But also it can be tempting to feel like, well, it's like chess. I can game the system. Perhaps I can move up if nobody can catch me anyway. So don't do it.
No.
And of course, different jurisdictions will have different assessments, what's legal and not, when it's spoofing, how you prove intent, etc.
Yeah.
Just be clear, be careful. And also, if you are a day trader, typically after a while, you get kind of good at spotting spoofing, actually. And layering, it's actually a form of spoofing. It's more sophisticated because instead of a big buy or sell order that you pull back, never intended, you place small buy or sell orders. So you create an illusion of order depth that's also unreal with the same intent. I might place small orders on the buy side to create the illusion of order depth that the value of the stock will climb. But really, I don't intend to buy. I pull them back and I intend to sell when the price has increased due to me inflating the price. Yeah. And worst case, if you're caught, you end up in jail. That's the worst case.
Wow.
Worst case. And best case, your account gets shut down and you get kicked out. So this is a serious criminal offense.
It is.
Yeah.
Whoa. And this is always made on purpose. It sounds crazy that people still are doing this today.
Yeah. But at the same time, you can understand that you want to kind of game the system.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying don't be tempted to be too smart about it.
No. Be transparent from the beginning is better.
And know what is legal and not. Know the trading rules.
That's really good. So now we cleared that out. Don't do it. And spoofing and layering. And now you know what it is. Thank you for explaining it so well to us.
Thank you.
Is there anything else we need to add on this?
No. I think that market manipulation, be very mindful, be very careful. Check the trading rules on the platform, the region you're in also to make sure that whatever you do, is within the borders of what is allowed.
Yes, that's good. Thanks for everything today. And this is not legal advice, it's knowledge sharing. And this episode is also powered by LE Fitness.
Hej då!
Hej då! I have a web shop where I sell baby products, and I do get a lot of work, and people are ordering from me so much, which I'm so happy about. But this morning, when I was supposed to start my day, I did not come into my systems. I couldn't see any orders, my emails, everything. And I checked up with my colleagues at the warehouse. Can you see anything? The same problem. I'm panicking.
Nightmare.
What do I do now? And just a few minutes ago, I got a text message that said, I have all your data. If you want it back, send me $10,000. So now I'm devastating. I think something is going on here.
Yep, ransomware.
Ransomware. Please tell me it's not a big problem.
Oh, it's a bigger than big problem.
Oh.
Oh.
In this situation, I mean, what is happening and what can I do? First of all, what is it?
Lawyer perspective here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a type of fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a cyber crime. Some people have broken out of their in their jurisdiction kind of as it's a crime in itself. But basically it's a type of blackmail and a type of fraud we're talking about.
This is why you need to watch this episode.
Yeah.
To protect your business in case this is happening or to avoid it. That's why you're watching.
Yeah, we're going to go through a checklist how to protect yourself. But basically, ransomware is a malicious software that you somehow they gain access to your systems and they will decrypt your data and then they will demand money from you, either to release it back to you, or if you don't give them money, they'll spread it to the world. But most typically will be encrypted, and if you want it back.
Okay, but what happens?
So that's the blackmail or extortion.
But how should you avoid these type of criminal offense? We have a checklist here.
Yep.
Should we start?
We'll start directly.
Okay, the first one is established IT providers only.
Yeah, have a policy at your business or even at home. Like, what do you use? What kind of systems do you use? Because typically they use problems in your patches, etc., to get through. And the more established the apps, everything. I'm talking everything you're using, everything you're downloading now. I'm not just talking about the Drive or the Google, right? Everything. Is it established? Do you trust it?
Step number one.
Yeah.
Number two, then, regular data backups.
Data backups is your only savior. In the example you gave in the morning when you came in, gain and access, did you have a backup?
No.
How would you feel if you had a backup?
I would be so happy.
Yeah.
I would be so happy.
So make sure you have a backup and that you actually use the backup. So it's not 2 months old.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. In particular, if that's type of business where you really need the day-to-day operations. And also make sure that the backup has no connection to your ordinary systems. Because otherwise, the cyber criminals will often develop a way to get into your backup as well. So make sure they're completely separated.
Okay, that is really good to know. This third one is update patch systems.
Yeah. So when you get a request to do updates, do them.
Yeah.
Because many of those updates, patch systems, will concern that they have discovered some vulnerability in their security. So if you do not update them, you will still be susceptible for ransomware, for cyber criminals, for attacks. So super important to always update.
Yes. Number 4 then, employee training.
Just have your employees watch this episode. It's that simple. Just create awareness. Like, what is it? What can you do? What should you watch out for? And how should you act? So it doesn't have to be too time consuming, too costly, but make sure that you do talk about this.
Good. Number 5 is the security measures.
So, of course, make sure you have IT security in place. Ta-da!
And number 6 is 2-factor authorization.
Or multi-factor.
Yeah.
That you recognize what that is,
Yeah.
right? The way you have to log in from two angles, so to
Yeah.
speak.
I always get irritating when I have to do that, but I understand it's important.
Key is one of the absolutely most fundamental protections that's super helpful. So always use it. It's so worth the trouble.
I will never be irritated again.
No, don't be.
And number 7 is to have an action plan.
If it happens, what should you do? And we'll get back to how that can look, right?
Yeah.
But make sure you have action plan and talk it through within your family, within your business. How do you act if something happens?
Really good to be prepared. And then number 8 is limit user privilege.
Make sure everybody does not have access to everything. Do not send your email across to the whole company.
If you don't have to.
No. So keep it tight. It's worth it. Again, it's so easy to just share emails and share logins and everybody has access to everything. Until that morning.
When shit hit the fan.
Yeah. When you cannot gain access, then it's not so fun anymore.
No, it's... number 9, the remote access.
Also consider what do you need to have access from remote. I understand that most people do work offline or offshore, I was about to say, outside. But do they have to have access to everything? Because every time you create remote access, you also create a way in.
Oh, that's
a vulnerability.
Yeah.
So it's needed. Yes, I'm not saying you're not allowed to have it, but only when you need it.
And then number 10 is get ransomware insurance. Can you get that?
Yep. Get ransomware insurance. That depends on the size of your company.
Yeah.
If it's worth it for you, of course. But there is really good insurance. Read the fine print.
Yeah. And that takes us to number 11, which is the last one, trend spotting. Why is that important?
Because like we talked about just watching this episode, creative awareness, know what's trending. Because cybercrimes, they will notice what works. Like for a period, it was your bank. Always clicking this link, or you won, or it's a refund for somewhere. And then there was your daughter desperately needing help. They want you to click on that link. They want you to provide them with that information. So they will see trends, and when they see something working, it spreads like wildfire. So if you know what's trending, you will also know how to create awareness within your business.
Yeah, protect yourself from that.
Yeah.
But so let's say that I did fall victim for ransomware. What do I do now in the situation where I'm stressed? I need to get my...
Instead of everything's black,
Yes.
you cannot...
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Number 1,
yeah,
can you stop the fire from spreading? For instance, is there anybody in your business, if somebody's working offline, make sure the message gets across so nobody logs in to the contaminated system that's not already in. Can you retrieve from your backup? Right? So everything, can you stop the fire? Stop it. If anything can be boxed in, box it in. You look at the backup. Can you restore what you have there? Right? Then you need to report. And many people say that, well, how much is that going to help? Because they're somewhere up in Russia or Indonesia. Yes. But you know what? Ransomware, you might want insurance. And even worse, you know what's really sucky about it?
No.
You might end up all your data being gone. And then your customers still see it. Because it was my data as well. They messed up my business as well.
Right? I did not think about that.
So make sure you take all the precautions and do your report straight away, because that can help you in relation to your liability towards others. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. I'm saying it's a help.
Yeah, that's good. But let's say you're having a business. If I have $10,000 and I just want my data back, what happens if I pay it? I mean, due to the stress and everything.
Yeah, that was my final one on what to do. Do you pay? Would you?
I don't know. I mean, in a situation so stressed, I might. I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
If it seems like a way out, maybe.
Yeah. And I think that depends on the data and situation. But I mean, again, not legal advice, just knowledge sharing. This is opinion sharing. I see many instances where I would. And then I can also feel like if they talk about giving information to the public? That depends. I mean, how sensitive is it? I mean, how much attention span do people have to your embarrassing summer photos or something like that? I mean, that I'm not. Okay. If you want to embarrass somebody, nobody cares anymore. Too many scandals out there.
Yeah.
But if you have sensitive data, important data, that's a whole other topic. And I absolutely see many instances where you would pay. Because then, of course, the question comes, if I pay, do I get my data back? Or do I ask for more?
Yeah, how do I know that?
Yeah. And basic says that for this to be a functioning industry, the victims need to believe that paying will give them the data back, right?
Yeah, so it probably works.
Yeah. So in most cases it does, but then there's the rotten apples that won't give a damn. Or that say they're giving you all of the data back and then they might retain something, or they might retain a little tracker in your systems. Then you need to make sure if you do get the data back, then clean everything up. So it's risky.
But how do I know they're not still in my systems?
You need to have proper IT security afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you have seen cases where they do drop some kind of tracker left behind. And also what's kind of interesting is that sometimes they're in the system for long before they close it down.
Oh.
Sounds like a Trojan horse,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds so scary.
It is.
And that's why you need to know about ransomware and what you can do to protect yourself, because it would be a disaster. I mean, imagine coming to your business that you worked so hard for and you cannot get into the systems.
I mean, many businesses go bankrupt, they lose goodwill, they lose money. It's bad.
All the hard work you put in. Oh.
It's bad. So do what you can. It's tough, it's hard, but there are things you can do.
Yes, there is. And that's why we're having this episode. So this is not legal advice. It's knowledge sharing, to be clear with that. And if you have any questions about ransomware, maybe you have experiences, tell us, how was it? What did you do? What happened? If you want to share it. This is Business Law Toolbox, where we share business law tools that you can use in your everyday business at zero cost.
Hej då!
Hej då! So I started my fantastic web shop with the yoga products. And I was thinking I wanted to have an investor, but I could not impress any investor with my selling numbers. So I got this brilliant idea, to be honest. I decided if I take my life savings and just make some purchases in my own company. So I told my family, my friend to just purchase. I gave them the money from my savings though. And I mean, we did that and the sales were like up through the roof. And I was writing on Instagram, like, now this is sold out. And I mean, what now?
We're going to talk about painting the tape.
What?
We're going to talk about how market manipulation is illegal, how it's unethical, and how it distorts the open and fair, the level playing field, and really, you try to profit by creating a false impression of the demand and supply, which will hurt all of us, everybody who has savings in the mutual funds, etc. So what is it?
Yes, I think you need to explain something for me here.
Yeah. So painting the tape, that is a form of market manipulation where, let's say that I own 100 shares in company Ida.
Yeah.
And the company Ida, their stock is right now traded at $10 price per share. Yeah. And it's painting the tape typically happens in smaller trading volumes. So it's very hard for me to do anything about the trading volume and the share price of Google. But Ida was this small to mid-cap kind of company trading at the small market platform. I can do something with this. So it's traded at $10. But I feel that I want to sell it at 12. Because I bought it at 10 and I've been holding it for a long time. Now, how can I do something to make the market go up?
We need to do something brilliant.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion.
Yes. So then I either find a partner like you or my dear friend Alex. I call him up and say, you know what, can we do a deal? So I want to trade at the market and I want to put a placement. No, sorry, I want to buy because I want to show that there's demand of this share.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to buy. So I put a buy order out at 12. Can you please sell me some of your shares at 12 so we can push the stock market? We can create the illusion that the market price is rising and that there's an increased demand. But really, I'm in cahoots with the one I'm trading with. So there's no real trading taking place.
It's just an illusion.
Yeah, we just split the money afterwards. So that's one way. I find a partner and we agree. So there's no real trading. And then once the price goes up, then I dump my 100 shares. So I make a profit and then the price goes down and everybody else suffers because me having created this inflated price. And it can be upwards or downwards, of course. Mm-hmm. Or the other way is through trading through two entities which I control. So I might be selling, but I'm selling to this shell company, which in fact I control and own. Again, I'm doing it through the market because I want to create an illusion of the price going up, the demand go up, the price going down, demand going down. I might have short sold the shares. So I'm waiting for it to go down. Come on, need to buy, right? So painting the tape, creating false transactions that create an illusion of an increased trading volume up or down. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Illegal, illegal, illegal.
Yeah, it's a big warning sign for this.
Yeah. So it might be tempting, you might feel smart. Don't.
And now you know about painting the tape.
And if you see signs or know anybody else who's doing it, you're there out there trading or you're watching on different forums, report.
Yes.
Because it hurts everybody.
Yes, it's being a bad friend once again.
Really bad. Illegally bad.
Illegally bad friend. Thank you so much for explaining that. We're so happy to have a business lawyer here to tell us what is right and what is wrong.
And it's not legal advice.
It's not legal advice. It's knowledge sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you. And also this episode is powered by LE Fitness. Like, subscribe, and share our channel. You must know this knowledge at zero cost.
Hej då!
Hej då! So I've been following this famous financial influencer on TikTok. And he has like 2 million followers on TikTok. And he's very like showing off his life, you know, it's very nice cars and nice dinners. And, you know, I want to be a part of that because I want to start invest too. So he's been hyping up this really cool product. I mean, it's only a matter of fact that like the patent is going through. So it's revolutionary for people with insomnia. And I was like, this is so good because I want to do something that's good for people. So I was looking this company up. I checked their website and it looked so professional and they felt so humane, you know, creating something.
Wait here.
What?
So we might have an issue.
What is that? I mean, don't you see the potential here?
This might be a scam. This might be a pump and dump situation. Because when we have somebody in the social media trying to hype a company.
But he was so happy.
Yeah, and it might even be so that he's hyping the company with fake information, false information, spreading rumors when he might own a significant portion of that company himself, trying to inflate the price, push it up, pump it up, and then when it's up, guess what? He's gonna dump. And then you'll be left holding shares that you bought at too high a price because you bought in on his pumping, hyping that company. And pump and dump is illegal.
Okay, but I invested $10,000.
Ouch.
And I didn't hear from him.
No, and the price probably went up and he probably sold at the top and then went down and you're still holding on to yours.
So you say now I'm broke, I lost it?
Perhaps, we don't know. Pump and dump, like we said, that's when you, with false information, rumors, actively spread information, that information, with the intent to pump, hype the share price, so it goes up, and then you want to dump shares. And there's also something called trash and cash, and that's the other way around. That's why you want to lower, because perhaps you short sell. So you want to lower the price. You want to create rumors, bad information, harmful information about the company. So the price goes down based on that false information.
Okay.
And then you want to buy cheap, or you want to, for some other reason, push the share price down. So trash and cash means that if you short sell, then you push the price down, then you can buy cheap and make money that way.
Yeah, we have an episode about short selling, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so good knowledge. I mean, on social media, as we are talking about more financial crimes, it's so common. I mean, people are so hyping up and, you get interested.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's also, think about it, I mean, having an opinion, freedom of expression, discussing companies. I mean, I might think that Google is completely overvalued. And I might do a YouTube show where I walk through their earnings, income and earnings statement, and I trash talk their CEO because I think he sucks. Is that trash and cash?
Is it?
Probably not. I mean, I'm allowed to have an opinion. And I mean, imagine if the journalist couldn't say something about the company or the analyst couldn't say something. So why shouldn't I be able to have an opinion? Or I might think that Tesla is severely undervalued. And because X, Y, Z, and I analyzed and I looked at the reports and I looked at the press release, then I'm not basing my statements on false rumors or false claims, right?
Because that is what it's about.
Yeah. So then it's up to you out there to fact check. You want to believe my analysis or Ida's or somebody else's? Then it's up to you. So what we're talking about now is the extreme cases where you try to pump. You have an illicit intent because you want to dump or you want to trash so you can cash. That's it.
Easy as that.
Yeah. So be mindful when you not to spread fake rumors. You might think that you're trying to outsmart somebody. That's not okay. But also know that having an opinion, then it's up to everybody, one of us, to think it through and question, who is this person? What grounds do they have? Are they legit? Are they too flamboyant or radiant or whatever, right? Is it too good to be true? Then take a step back. Perhaps it's time to just read the Financial Times instead.
Yes. Yeah, good tip.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lose a lot of money.
Yeah, so be mindful.
Thank you so much for explaining this. Our business lawyer, Kat, here.
Thank you.
This episode is powered by LE Fitness. And do not forget that this is not legal advice, it's knowledge sharing, which we are so happy to share with you at zero cost. Like, subscribe, and share our channel, because if you have family, friends, and people in your businesses, they could be very, very important for them to know about our channel, to not end up doing financial crimes.
We're here to help. So if you have any questions or anything that you would love to have a professional view upon, like a business lawyer, like, again, not legal advice, knowledge sharing, but we would love to dig into any questions or opinions. What do you think about pumping up?
Yes, please do. Thank you for today.
Thanks. Hej då!
Hej då! A few years ago, I had this great idea, which I believed in so much. I was about to start a web shop selling yoga products, which I did, but it required one thing. To do that, I had to take a private loan. And it was a big risk for me back then. It was $25,000. So for me, young, my first company, but I felt I had to do this because it was supposed to be really good business. So I was going to get the money back easy. So the first year went all good. I bought the products, I started the business, and everything went good. And I could pay the loan. But after a few years, it took me by storm. Because the interest was getting higher and higher, and the fees were just plus every month, and it ended up I couldn't pay it. So my big dream just became a nightmare. So I remember thinking like, Oh, could this even be legal? Just to pay this much in interest from nothing? Because this was not what I was agreeing on from the beginning. Imagine being your first company. And is it illegal or is it legal?
First of all, it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
Complete
it is.
Nightmare.
I lost everything.
And I mean, there are loan sharks who prey on young, naive dreamers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nightmare.
Been there and done that.
Yeah, so I feel you. No, but, and there is protection.
It is?
Yeah.
I could have known that.
Yeah, perhaps. We don't know if it's applicable. Let's help you out when you can use it. Because it is illegal in many jurisdictions, including most states in the US, to charge too high an interest. That's called usury.
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 A new word for me, definitely.
Yeah. So that's a law that says, in some jurisdictions, it says a disproportionately high interest, using somebody's ignorance and desperate situation is unlawful if you give them a loan with a interest that they will never able to pay back, really.
No, it went through the roof.
Yeah. And in other states and jurisdictions, it will be specific amounts. So it can say that 12%, 25%, etc. That's a specific amount that you cannot go over. So then you have protection.
Yes.
So it is illegal to charge too high an interest.
Okay, but is it common that like banks or lenders have high interest even though it's a usury?
It's very common with loan sharks. And as regards banks, they might not be included in the usury law. And that's not because they can do whatever they want to their consumers. It's because they have other types of regulation and consumer protection. So you will still, banks are typically more serious. So you know those consumer loans or even payday loans, which is loans that you use to kind of bridge until your next salary. Those are typically not your well-established banks, right?
Okay.
Those are typically more shady.
So what should you ask your lender is so you don't end up like after 2 years as me, the interest are like gaining? Can you say, is this going to be the same interest for all the period, or how do you ask about it?
So number one, we can give you two checklists. We'll start with number one. Do you have a loan where you feel that you're dying under the interest?
Yeah.
So then we want to know, number one, have you taken the loan as a private person or is it a business? Because in most jurisdictions, only you as a private person, as a consumer, will be protected, not a business. It can be different, but most likely. And most of the loan sharks will want you personally to take the loan because then they can go over after all of your assets, right? Like your house and your paycheck. Yeah, that's tough.
Sweaty.
Yeah. So number two, if we clear that will be check the usury laws in your jurisdiction, in your state. What are they? And they will be, it's quite easy to find them out just because you will have these consumer agencies funded by the government that provide information. So find out. And if you see that the interest is too high, you can contact your lender, confront them, or you can directly seek help through the authorities or seek legal advice to try and get out of the loan. Because if the interest is illegally high, they have no right to claim it from you.
Okay, so that's really good to know.
Yeah. And if you don't have that loan, you're on the verge, you're considering, you're either sitting there having the possibility to take that loan to start your business. Number one, read the fine print. Because I hear you saying that the interest changed, but me as a lawyer, I'm thinking that was in the fine print.
It could have been.
You agreed upon it. I'm going to be sure about that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point.
Yeah. And often it will be layered in a way that's not easy for you to read because it will be compounded interest. It might be fees. So you disguise, I mean, the total cost might not be that clear for you to calculate. And compounded interest is horrible. We did this episode about mutual funds.
Yes, exactly.
Where you can see how much you can profit through having a low fee, right? This is the other way around. So it can be really tricky. So make sure you understand. If you don't understand, don't take the loan.
No. Otherwise, you learn the hard way.
Yeah. Again, seek help.
Yeah.
So if you see that this is a loan that is way too expensive for me, or I don't understand it, look for alternatives. Do Google and find out what's the applicable usury law for you. And see, can I find any alternatives? And if you don't, perhaps you should refrain. What's the reason that you're so desperate to get that loan? And are you going to use it for something that you can have a security, then it's better to take the loan, like real estate or some asset that has some value? Or is it a consumer loan, you just want to get that beautiful handbag or go traveling? Then even more so, be mindful, be mindful, be mindful.
Yeah.
It's tough out there.
It's really tough.
It's really tough.
And they want to lend you the money due to the interests, of course. So being young and naive, read the fine prints.
Read the fine prints and do look up. In particular, if you have taken a private loan from somebody who seems so nice in the beginning, but then you feel, oh, this is rubbing me the wrong way. This is a loan shark. Then look at the usury laws. Make sure that the loan is even legal, even enforceable. Because if not, seek legal advice and get out.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I could have been using this information a few years ago.
And that's why we're doing this. So,
yes.
And ask you questions. We're here.
We're here for you, as always. This is not legal advice, it's knowledge sharing. And this episode is also powered by LE Fitness.
Hej då!
Hej då! When I moved overseas, I was settling down with all the paperwork, and I could actually pay a little extra money to the person to just get my permissions going first in line. I was telling my mom about this, and she screamed and said, "This is bribe, you committed a crime." And I said, "No, this is just how it works over here." Asking the business lawyer, is there something shady going on here?
I'm with your mom.
You are? Because I'm never.
No, let's break it down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because we need to clear this out.
We really, really, really do. Because we will all be in that situation, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody deals with authorities.
Yes.
You need a permit or a license or a visa or...
Yeah, just pay a few euros or dollars and we fix it.
So a bribe, we'll start with that. What is a bribe?
Yeah.
We have a particular episode on it.
Yep.
Yeah, and mostly you think about this big fat lump of money in an envelope, somewhere in Africa, somebody sliding across.
Yeah.
Right? But actually, it's any time you give something of value to another person with the intent to influence them in their power or position so that they will act in a way that gains you.
Yes.
And facilitation payment is also known as grease payment.
What?
You make it the grease, the wheel spin.
Yeah. Just helping a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's typically small payments given to an official in order for them to speed the process of handling your case. So when you talk about it, you claim that is not to impact their actual decision in your case, only to speed the process along. But I mean, any sane person would say, well, how do you know that? If I give you money, you will feel gratitude towards me. Won't you treat my case better? Right?
And I'm a bit charming too.
So in most jurisdictions, a facilitation payment to speed the process along will be considered an illegitimate bribe, so criminal offense. Not least in the UK, if you are a UK resident or working for a UK company, anywhere in the world, if you commit to a facilitation payment and is seen as a criminal offense in the UK, they will hold you accountable. Right?
Yeah.
But in the US, there is actually room for some types of facilitation payments where they do not see it as a bribe. So you need to be very mindful. Where am I? What jurisdiction am I working under. Is it okay or not here? Because in some situations, you might feel like you have no choice.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
I will still not commit a criminal offense.
No.
No.
Don't take the chance.
No, don't take the chance. So facilitation payment, typically seen as a bribe, it's a little payment to a public official to speed the process up.
So your recommendation would be do not do it.
Do not do it. That's my recommendation.
So in my situation in the beginning, I just have to sit and wait for my papers to be done.
Yeah. But if it's lawful in that jurisdiction, you might feel like, yes, I'll take the chance.
Yeah. But generally, it's not a good idea.
No. And I personally find them unethical also. So
Yeah.
I personally find it like a bribe. So that's my ethical opinion.
But that's also good to have in your mind.
Yeah.
And that was facilitation payment.
Yeah.
And like and subscribe to our channel. And please share it to anyone you know that could have this information useful.
Super.
Super duper.
Hej då!
Hej då! So, you've been working day and night with your startup. Just proceeding, taking decisions, moving forward. I mean, the plans are big. But there is something lurking in the background.
Okay.
Could it be tax evasions? We don't know. And that's why it's really important to listen to this episode, because we're going to talk about this very important thing.
We are.
That you might just don't think about when you're having a business, or maybe don't have time to think about, because we all know how it is. Forward is the only way.
Yeah, in startups you move fast, you want to be efficient, you want to be smart.
Yes.
And you lack cash.
Yeah.
You lack cash.
So,
right?
I mean, that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah, that's all you're thinking about. But we're going to bring you to earth about tax evasion, because that's actually a crime.
Oh. That's why it's so important to like, subscribe.
To know more about it.
To know more about this, because it will save you.
Yeah, because there is a difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Tax evasion, we're talking a crime, not okay. Tax avoidance, we're talking about smart planning, knowing what you're doing in order to lower your taxes. Because smart tax planning is completely legal, completely fine. So just know what you're doing and where the line is drawn.
Yes. So to start with tax evasion, what is it?
Okay, so that's the illegal. It can be, you take some kind of action or report incorrectly with the intent to not pay taxes as you should. So quite a simple crime, really.
Yeah. It's on purpose.
But it can have many expressions. It can be underreporting revenue, underreporting income, or inflating values in order to press down your profit, etc. It can be using shell companies in other jurisdictions. So it's not really transparent what you have and what you hold, etc. And it can be forging documents.
Yeah, which we have an episode about.
Yeah. So we can go for an example that's very common in the startup world. That is that you cannot afford to pay salary. So you pay in equity or in some other kind of asset. And you don't want to pay income tax because that's a form of salary often.
Yeah.
Could be at least. So if you hide that, that could be seen as tax evasion in worst case.
Not good.
Not good at all. And another risk would be if you're, now we're so global. So you might think that if you have an employee stock option program in the US, that all of the employees will be taxed, say, on the issuance of the warrants or on the converting to stocks or on only when you sell the shares and make capital gains, right? But then you have an employee in India, you have one in Sweden, and you have one in France and one in the UK. And they might have different tax rules. So you need to make sure that both you and your employee reports correctly and pays the taxes due in their country if that's where they're going to be taxed. And it can be completely different. I work a lot with employee stock option programs, and trust me, the rules are not the same. The tax rules will differ.
And that's why it's so good to know about this.
And doing a mistake, and in particular, if you actually let tax authorities know it, that should not be tax evasion, but it can still lead to you getting some kind of penalty. But if they claim that you did it intentionally, they might be seen as tax evasion.
And that is going to be bad.
That's going to be really bad. So do be mindful of it. Make sure to take proper legal advice and in particular tax advice. Make sure you're reporting correctly. It's not worth it.
No, it's not.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all know about getting some cash in hand, right?
Yep.
So easy.
But it's not legal. I mean, the consequences will be bigger.
You can't claim that you did not know that you have to tax on income just because it was paid in cash in the envelope.
No.
You can try, but I wouldn't.
Well, you said there's two things certain in life, death and taxes. You heard that from the business lawyer.
Two things certain in life, death and taxes.
Yes. So that was tax evasion.
Yep.
Be mindful to, report everything correctly and depending where you are in the world.
Indeed.
Simple as that, but it's not...
We fully respect that you're out of cash, out of pocket, but tax is tax. You need to adhere to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it. And that's, so good. Thank you for clearing that out. We have our business lawyer here explaining, really good things that you need to know when you're having a startup or business overall. And this episode is powered by Gold Venture Investments. We are so pleased about that.
Are.
That's it for today. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. We will answer them or maybe take them up in an episode. Fantastic. So rock on and see you until next time.
Hej då.
Hej då. So imagine that you work in administration at your company. And now your boss gave you the task to actually procure new computers for the whole company. It's a big thing to do. So you are reaching out to different suppliers, checking the best deals and what could be the best for the company. But one stands out because what? They offer good prices, very fast delivery, and also they said to you that, well, I can just give you a new iPad and a new iPhone just for you. So I felt so valued. And I was so happy because this is so good. So I proceeded with a deal.
Hold up.
What?
Hold up.
This is so good. I felt really seen.
You as a private person got something from another company.
Yeah.
So you felt gratitude towards them.
Yep.
To actually, that your employer should use them and buy from them because you got a private perk.
Yeah. Isn't that okay?
That's called bribery. Commercial bribery.
Oh, so I did commit a crime.
Indeed. Because both the act of giving, active bribery, and receiving, passive bribery, is in basically all jurisdictions a criminal offense.
So I did a mistake then.
Yeah. So let's break it down, because mostly when you hear about bribery, you think about this envelope with cash going to a government official somewhere in Africa where you want to dig some gold or diamonds or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's much more than that. It can be a situation like this, like commercial bribery.
Yeah, like everyday Joes like me at work just can...
Yeah. Oh, so that's like, what's a bribery?
Yeah, to start with.
Yeah. So that's the act of giving or promising something of value to another private individual with the aim to influence their professional role, their position of power in some way. So in this case, if you receive that iPad privately, not your employer, you privately, it seems like the intent was to influence you so that you would not only think of what's best for your employer, you would feel gratitude towards that seller. Yes. And then you would make a decision that will benefit them in an improper way, right?
Yes, and he was so charming.
Yeah.
Good-looking guy.
Oof, the worst.
The worst.
So really, when somebody tries to influence your role, your professional role, your role of power, and they do something that creates a gratitude, then we're talking potentially bribery. So let's go for another concrete example.
Yeah.
What if you're offered, were you the HR manager?
Yes.
Yes. You're offered a fancy dinner with champagne by this consultancy firm who helps with employee benefits and advises and do analysis about incentive programs and so forth. They take you to this lavish dinner. You're going to talk work, right?
Yes.
It was 5 courses, champagne flowing.
I have a beautiful dress on.
Yeah. Again, is it disproportionate? And would it create a feeling of gratitude? So when it's time for you to decide, do we even need these services?
Yes.
And if so, what level, how much of those services, and from what vendor, what company? And then you think about that dinner and you feel gratitude. Of course, you should prioritize.
The handsome guy was there too.
Yes. Oh, damn, I thought it was me. Oh,
of course.
So again, like being taken to a customary lunch, like a Caesar salad, where you discuss or you have a coffee or a cinnamon bun. Typically, that's customary, that's okay. But anything that's inappropriate, that could create a feeling of gratitude or the perception of gratitude. And that's directed at one employee, a private person within the company. It's a big red flag.
Oh.
Yeah. So stay clear.
Yeah.
And let's go for our last example. And that is your teacher to your kid. I mean, it's the end of high school. She's been amazing. And she's been giving your kid straight A's. So after, at the ceremony, you want to give her this beautiful golden necklace.
Oh.
I mean, it's done. She's given the grades already. You cannot influence her, right? Well, actually, a bribery will, in most jurisdictions again, be even if you give something before somebody has the position or the role where they can influence, and you want to influence them, and after.
Okay.
And that is to protect from circumvention, of course.
Oh.
Yeah. So even after somebody leaves office or after that favor has been done, which we do not know why she gave your kid those high grades, if you give a disproportionate gift, it could be considered a bribe.
Oh, I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah. And it can be really tough because, I mean, if I was a school teacher and parents came and give me nice gifts, it's not easy to turn them down. So it can be really tough. And often schools, governments, and employers, bigger companies, will have policies that are strict about not accepting any gifts. So often you can rely on them and say, wow, it's so beautiful, but I'm not allowed. No. I love it, but I'm not allowed. So say no and refer to the policy rather than telling them no, because then, I mean, it will fail.
Yeah, of course it feels bad to reject the gift.
Yeah.
But in this case, you might have to.
Yeah. And it can also be something else. I mean, it doesn't have to, like we said with the kid, it doesn't have to be directed to you. It can be giving somebody in your family a perk. Or it can be giving a recommendation letter. I mean, it doesn't have to have an actual money value. So
okay. With some sort of favor.
Yeah, something that creates a feeling of gratitude that they can influence you so that you make a different kind of decision or not making a decision. We're all seeing the police with a speeding ticket, right?
Yeah.
Not giving it can also be.
Exactly.
Yeah. And one last situation, because we all might think that, well, we're in the clear. You might run this small company, you feel, I have a policy, I would never. But then it's a coffee shop, and you order your coffee from Latin America, and so suddenly you get a call oh, it's your coffee's stuck in the warehouse. We can't get it out. Sorry, you must be customs. Don't know when it's. No, call a month later. Sorry, it's stuck. We don't know. Or your T-shirts that you ordered. Sorry. No. A month later. Sorry. But what if you call somebody, an agent of yours working in the jurisdiction, and they just walk by and, oh, wow, they found this $100 bill. Is it yours? And they hand them to customs. And suddenly, your products are in the clear and they get transferred.
Oh, yeah.
So it's tough. It's tough out there.
Yeah.
And our recommendation is, of course, stay within the limits of the law. Do not cross them. Please, please, please. I know it's really tough. You can feel the pressure in so many situations like that with customs.
Of course.
But be mindful. Bribery is illegal. And do look at the laws in your jurisdictions because they will differ. UK has one of the world's absolutely toughest. So they will have a global reach. So they will not care about what the law said where the customs, where your coffee or your T-shirts were stuck. If you commit a bribe according to the UK law, you're in for it.
So you have
to be mindful.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's really good because it's so good to explain that bribery does not have to be like this big company, this big transactions or gifts, or it can be
government policy.
Yes, it can be like in everyday life.
Yeah. So be mindful.
Thank you for explaining it so well as usual.
Thanks.
And this episode is powered by LA Fitness. And remember that this is not legal advice as usual. It's knowledge sharing, which we are so happy to share with you guys. Remember to like and subscribe and share our channel if you like our content and see it as valuable for you. Thank you.
Tack.
Hej då. So, I have this very popular vintage shop in London, right on Oxford Street, and everybody's loving it. I do sell like designer bags from the 50s and 60s. Last week, I went to a dinner and I met a friend of a friend who actually in the same business as me. And that like never happened. And she said, well, I have a few items. I need to offload them very quickly. At first, I was like, why so fast? And then I was like, yeah, but the price was really good. But I knew she could get a higher price, somewhere else. But it ended up I bought them. And a couple of weeks later, the police came into my shop and stormed my business.
Oh my God.
And it turned out everything I bought from her was stolen. This beautiful designer Chanel bag.
Oof.
And now I am so, so sad. I don't know what to do.
Well,
let's
sort this out.
Yeah, I need help.
It sounds like you might be suspected of fencing, dealing with stolen goods.
No, but I didn't know about it.
Let's break it down.
I need help here.
Let's break it down.
And this is why it's so important to listen to this episode, because you might be a victim or a target for this kind of crime.
Easier than you think, right?
Yeah. So don't be a stranger. Hit that like and subscribe button because this is going to be a ride.
So, shall we start with what is fencing?
Yes.
And why should we all be concerned about this in this day and age with digital platforms and trading online, etc.?
Yeah.
So fencing is any act of dealing with stolen goods. Buying, keeping, transferring, selling, of course. Pretty much any type of dealing. And of course, it will differ from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. So this is not legal advice. This is business smarts, like what you need to know and what you need to be mindful of.
Yeah.
But number one, dealing with stolen goods. Number two, typically you need to be aware that it is stolen goods in order to be convicted with fencing, as it's called.
Mm.
And fencing, the name is not sword fencing.
Nope.
It's not a fence. It's dealing with stolen goods.
Mm.
You think actually that the name came from, in the good old days, when you stole something and you want to transport it away, you did get it over the fence into the neighbors. Yeah, right? So
Okay,
it's actually
brilliant.
what you think, the reason why it's called fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anywho, first dealing with the stolen goods in some way, holding it, selling it, etc. And the other one is being aware that it is stolen goods. However, it would be too easy if anytime the police knocked on the door, you could say, I didn't know. How was I supposed to know?
Yeah.
So in most jurisdictions, if it's blatantly obvious, if it's a willful blindness, as it's called. I mean, imagine I'm driving my car and I'm stopping for some gas or electricity. And this guy in a hood comes up and says, hey, you know what? I got this Chanel bag. Not used. I mean, I just felt like I wanted to sell it, but I mean, I got a receipt and everything. And I buy it for like 1/5 of the ordinary price.
Yeah.
Can I then say, how was I supposed to know?
No, we was just on the gas station.
You look so serious. Of course, I always buy things like that on the gas station.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Well, great.
So you do have to kind of be mindful.
Yeah.
Keep your hat on.
Yeah. But as in my case, I did see some red flags.
Indeed.
Is that like a way for me to get to the police to say that I'm the
Might
bad
be,
guy?
depending on the jurisdiction, it could be. So one thing is that you could be convicted with fencing yourself if it's willful blindness. It's blatantly obvious.
If I cannot prove I didn't know.
Because often the third, we said dealing, we said awareness, or at least you should have been aware. And often you have a third one, which is a profit motive, which you have in this case, right? Yeah. So, big risk, big risk, right?
It is.
Yeah. And even in cases where you will not be charged with fencing, there's a big risk that the goods in itself, that they have a right to take it back, right?
Yeah.
To the rightful owner. And in that case, it won't be easy for you to get your money back from whomever you got the stolen goods from, right?
Exactly.
Most typically. So you're also at risk of losing the property without getting the money back that you bought it for.
Oh, so that's why you need to be very careful.
In many ways.
Oh.
And I mean, today, and one of the reasons why we're doing this episode is because it's exploded.
Yeah.
It's exploded.
Be careful out there.
Why?
Due to internet.
Online platforms.
Yeah.
You got Facebook, you got eBay, Amazon. It's so easy now to offload stolen goods compared to before.
Yeah.
So be mindful, be aware. And there is a lot of critique for the online platforms that they make so much money from all transactions that they don't want to know. But the regulation in most jurisdictions, I mean, the authorities are on them, demanding that they have proper checks and balances. So for you as a buyer, can you verify who the seller is? Is it someone serious and authentic? Can you verify the goods in itself, that's authentic and where it comes from, etc.? So, recommendation, be mindful. If the offer sounds too good to be true, if you have an offer to buy in 20 iPads for 25% of the original price, they say they're unused. Should you?
Well,
Should
no.
you?
I would not.
No, me neither.
So if it's too good to be true, it's probably because it is.
Yeah. And then I might come back and hit you.
Whew. That's really good that you explained that.
Yeah.
So now you know out there what to do and how to act and what to think of when you're out dealing with people you don't know.
And when you're shopping online or offline,
yeah,
do take a second, think about who the seller is.
Yes. This is not legal advice as usual. We do share knowledge on this channel that you're going to be able to use in your daily life and business. So hit that like and subscribe button. And this episode is also powered by Gold Venture Investments. Thank you so much for supporting us. And until next time, rock on with your businesses.
Hej då!
Hej då! So, me and my boyfriend, we are starting a game shop.
Ooh.
In the biggest mall in the area we live. And we got the contract. And we are so happy. But the only problem is, the landlord said he wanted personal guarantees from us. Mm-hmm. And now my boyfriend, he traveled away for surfing camp. So I decided why not that I just fill in his name under his or something.
Hold up.
No,
so
it's more effective.
Correct. And sign for somebody else.
Well, yeah, no one will notice.
Did you ask him?
I know he wants to.
Did you ask him?
Yeah.
Okay. So
but I did not ask him.
You did not ask him. This sounds like forgery.
No.
That's a criminal offense.
What?
Yep. So let's break it down.
Yeah, we need help from a lawyer here because I don't want to be in trouble.
and this is such a good example because forgery might sound like this old crime where either you take dollar signs and you kind of iron them out and try to pay with fake dollars, right? Or you take a Picasso and try to copy it and sell it, right? But it's so much more than that, and it happens in the real world, and we're all more exposed than we think. Both actually to committing it, but perhaps most of being subject to it.
Yeah. So what do you do in that situation? It is a crime. Mm-hmm. Is it common?
Yeah. So let's break it down what it is, because I'm not saying it's always. Sometimes in some jurisdictions, it's okay if I have your approval to sign with your name.
Yes.
Some types of documents. Mm. So you need to be mindful what jurisdictions, what laws do apply. Mm. But if we're going to look at the forgery, the crime, then we have 3 components that will be present. And number 1 will be either faking a document or altering an authentic document.
Okay.
So faking it, of course, obvious, well, that is right. Mm. You don't have the document, you fake it. And altering, it might be you want to change the date. You want to change some other detail.
Oh.
And number 2 will be the intent to deceive, to use that document for your gain of somebody else's losses. Mm. So you want to fool somebody. In this case, you wanted to fool the landlord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And number 3 is that the alteration or whatever, the action you did that made this document not false, being forged, it must have a material, legal significance. Mm-hmm. So it can't just be social relevance or you changed some corner to black ink instead of blue ink or what have you. Mm. It needs to have legal impact in order for it to be forgery.
Okay.
So those 3 components you need to look at. Always.
Really important to know.
Really important to know.
Whew.
Yeah.
It's a bit risky to do this, but what happens if you get caught doing this? The contract is not valid?
Well, that depends.
If you got caught or not?
No, that depends what the impact is and how you use that forged document, of course. Because it wouldn't be good if you could say, well, I can get out of the document, I committed a crime, and now I don't have to pay rent, right? That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
No. So it can be both a criminal offense, where you can get fines, so you can get a jail sentence, worst case. And it can be a civil offense, where you can be obliged to pay damages. You might be seen as in breach of contract, etc. So there are a vast number of things that could happen if you commit forgery, so stay clear. A typical example would perhaps be that let's say you have a startup and you just raised a round where the valuation was $10 million US, and now you want to give me sweat equity, you want to sell shares to me, but you don't, and it's because I'm going to work in the company, but you do not want them to be ascribed the value that the shares had in the priced round. Mm-hmm. So we agree that we do the share purchase 2 years ago when the company was worth 0. and it had no external validation of its value. So what do, you sell, you put a date on the share purchase 2 years before that price round, so that you think that the tax authorities won't come and say that you need to pay income tax on that, because that's like paying a salary but in equity instead of in money. But then of course that's tax evasion.
You don't want to do that.
No, so that's forgery. But in other cases, that changing the date might not have a legal significance, just between you and I, and we agree that it was on Monday, not on Tuesday. So you need to be very mindful of the specific situation, the specific jurisdiction, and what material legal impact does it have. Or is it just social, or is it no material legal impact, point blank?
Wow.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And remember, this is not legal advice, it's knowledge sharing. And now in this episode, we talked about forgery.
Yep.
Which is really good to know when you're having a business.
And in particular, I mean, in startups, everything is speed, efficient, go, trust. Just stop and think.
Stop and think.
It's worth it.
And be mindful, as we always say. And this episode is also powered by Gold Venture Investments. Thank you so much. And until next time, just rock on with your businesses and remember to watch our other episodes.
And let us know if you've been subject to forgery. If you've seen it happen, we would love to hear about it.
Yes, definitely. Tack så mycket.
Hej då!
Hej då! So, I am the project manager for a big country festival.
Nice.
The biggest in the US. But something happened because the organizer didn't pay my invoices as we agreed upon. It's way less. And I'm starting to get so tired of this because I put so much work in and the festival is in 1 month. So I said, if you're not paying me, I'm not doing the festival. And here it's when it took a dark turn. Because this guy, the organizer, said to me, if you're not doing it, I'm going to reveal some information about your past that could destroy your career.
Wow.
And for me, it's very personal because it will actually ruin my career completely. And it's nothing that I'm doing today.
Okay.
And I'm so sad.
I won't even ask you what it is. Like this guy is trying to blackmail you.
Wow, and this is so dramatic. I mean, it was not a criminal guy showing up at my door.
And that can happen. That's what we're going to talk about, right?
Yes.
Blackmail in business. When an ultimatum turns into an illegal blackmailing.
And this is why you need to watch this episode, because it can happen in small situation, but still a threat under the blackmailing.
Yeah. So let's break it down.
Yes, we have our business lawyer here to explain it.
Hey. Blackmail, that's a form of extortion. So we have two main components. One is that I have information about you that I'm threatening, that I will disclose, make public, tell somebody. Some kind of information that is harmful for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's number one. And number two will be that the threat is related to a demand where I gain something or you lose something.
Which in this case,
Yeah,
it was.
It was, indeed. So we threatened to disclose some harmful information about you unless, right? And like I said, I mean, an ultimatum can be perfectly fine. Yeah, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And when we talk about this information, the first component, do you think it has to be true? Does that matter? If it was true information about you or if he made it up?
I think maybe if he made it up because it's a threat about my information. Or?
It doesn't matter.
It is.
It's not okay even if it's true. Because still, if I threaten and say that if you don't give me my bike back, I'll go to the police and report you because you stole it. That's okay. That's okay because the threat is that I will report you, and it's true you didn't steal my bike. But the demand is that I want it back, and that's legitimate.
Of course.
Yeah. But if I say, you stole my bike, and if you don't give me 10K each month for a year, I will report you to the police, and your reputation will be ruined. Nobody will ever work with you again.
Oh.
So the information is still true.
Yeah.
You still stole my bike. But the demand is not legal. And it has no relationship to the threat, right?
Yeah.
It's disproportionate and illicit.
And there where the difference come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of complex.
Really good to know.
Yeah. So true or false information, not important, but objectively, it has to be harmful. So it can't be, Ida, if you don't give me 10K, I will tell my neighbors you have red hair.
Surprise.
Not even if you're very upset about it, will it be blackmail.
Because it doesn't harm me.
No. And of course, the borderline cases are complex. And an ultimatum in business, that is when I say, unless you give me Y, I walk away. Or unless you give me the contract that I want, we sign it now, I will do X, Y, Z. And again, if the connection between the demand and the threat, it's legitimate, it makes sense, and the threat in itself is business related and nothing more, nothing less, then it's okay. In the UK, there's a very interesting example where they had a settlement case, and they were in negotiations, and one of the parties said, well, if we don't settle this in my favor, i.e. the demands I'm making in order not to go to court, I will reveal harmful information about you.
Oh, not nice.
Then the judge said that there's no relationship, that you went too far. The demand and the threat has no correlation.
So that is counted as a blackmailing.
And there will be differences in different jurisdictions where the borderline cases are. So remember, this is not legal advice. This is knowledge sharing.
Definitely.
Always, always, always make sure to check with legal counsel if you either feel that your business partner or somebody in your business is doing some form of blackmailing against you. Or if you're wondering, can I say this? Or am I crossing the line? If I threaten to, I'm a landlord, I threaten to turn off all of the electricity if you don't pay my rent. I mean, that can be okay. And then somewhere we cross the line to blackmailing if I instead say, I will reveal to your wife that there's this girl running up and down your stairs every time she's not home. Right?
So that's it.
So watch out, because it does happen. This is very, very much a gray area. So be careful, be mindful.
But what do you do if you've been blackmailed? You're contacting the police, you have to report it, or?
I mean, yes. But the worst part is, of course, if the blackmail, the threat, is something that is true, and perhaps about you doing something illegal or highly unethical, like being unfaithful or something. So then often it will be a big blocker for you to dare to go to the police, even if you should. So I cannot give you advice what to do in that situation. I'm just telling you it's tough.
Yes. And this is why it's so important to know that it's not always a criminal knocking at your door and threatening you. It can be like just changing words in negotiation. It can be hard negotiations.
And I mean, if you think about business founders of startups, they live very close, and many times after a couple of years, just like in a divorce, they end up in conflict and walk separate ways. And then they often know very, very, very detailed information about each other.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody did something they should not have done. So it can really happen. They start threatening each other. So
be mindful.
Be mindful.
Thank you for clearing this out.
Thank you.
Blackmailing in business. Now you know everything about that you need to know when you're having your business. And remember, this is not legal advice. It's knowledge sharing.
And do drop your comments down below if you have been subject to blackmailing in business. We would love to hear about it.
Yes, tell us about it. If you really like our content and think that this is valuable, like, subscribe, and share it to your network. You want to act like the most professional person in the room, then keep on watching our YouTube channel. And this episode is also powered by Gold Venture Investments. Thank you so much for this.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.